Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you're all well. My name is Madiyah Rana and I am the author of the book Be You, Be Beautiful, a book written for the teenage Muslimah from a teenage Muslimah. I was 17 years old when I wrote the book, hence the from the teenage Muslimah part. And I learned a lot from my experience and I gained a lot of advice and tips from people around me that were helping me and supporting me during this time on publishing this book. And so today I wanted to use this opportunity to share 10 tips, creative writing tips for writers who are seeking to improve their writing and particularly creative writing pieces. I hope these tips are beneficial, and if you do find them beneficial, please do share them on with other people who you think might benefit from it, inshallah. So let's begin. Bismillah. So, tip number one is to start small. It's important to have a bigger goal in mind, no doubt, and it's important to have lofty dreams and to aspire to do big things. But no mountain can be reached without taking small steps. And so it's important to set small daily goals when it comes to creative writing that will help you towards, inshallah, creating that piece or that writing that story, and to do that you can set yourself prompts every single day. They can be for 5-10 minutes every day or every morning or whenever it works for you. A prompt can be something as simple as how are you feeling, what are your thoughts today, or look outside your window and describe the setting, or it could be to delve, asking you to delve into a particular character's life, a particular aspect of their life. So having these small prompts will help you improve your writing, but also kind of piece together the bigger story. Tip number two is to read a lot and read a variety of things. Reading really helps expand your vocabulary, and as a creative writer you need a big vocabulary bank. But also what reading does, it gives you an insight into other authors' styles of writing and the different techniques they use, and the depth of their characters and the different kind of landscapes and environments and how they basically describe them. And all this will really help you when it comes to writing your own story or your own piece. When I say reading a variety of things, don't limit it just to books. Read short stories online, read poetry. Poetry are very creative pieces, with a lot of thought. A lot of thought has been put into. Number three is to take a creative writing course. There are many courses available online and offline, and especially during this lockdown when we have a bit more time on our hands in our homes, try and enroll into a creative writing course. And there are many that you can get free, or many that are inexpensive and self-paced, so you can basically download modules and just work through them every single day. That's what I did, and it really helped. I was in the process of actually publishing my book at that time, but I didn't let that stop me from wanting to still improve my writing. And even today I would still take the same writing course and others in order to improve my writing. Tip number four is to invest in a nice notebook or journal. And the reason why I mentioned this point, even though it might seem a bit bizarre, how does having a nice journal help me write more or write better? But I think if you're someone who prefers the traditional way of writing, it really helps when you have a nice creative looking notebook, especially if you're a visual person. For me especially, it helped because every time I saw my notebook, this one over here, or journal, I'd instantly want to pick it up and write in it, and I would keep it next to me. And it was a reminder of, it's just a reminder, a visual reminder to kind of write every single day. I know a lot of us spend more time offline, like online writing, than we do offline, but try writing with pen and paper. Sometimes it can really tap into a creative side of us. Tip number five is to connect with other writers, and this doesn't necessarily mean authors, but other people who are also writing as a hobby, pastime, or just generally wanting to kind of improve their writing skills in order to achieve a bigger goal. And it's important to have writers in your network because you can bounce ideas off each other, you can help each other, you can support each other, you can share ideas, and they can also critique your work, and that's very important. Having someone who can give you honest critical feedback will do wonders to your writing, even though at first it may be like, but why there's so many flaws in my work? But sometimes fresh eyes can really help see things that we may not be able to see. And that leads me to my next point number 6, which is to have an open mind, in the sense that, many times as creative writers, we have a plot in our mind and we want to get that on paper, and that's the story we want to tell. But someone else might read that and think, okay, but I don't think this character should be wearing these clothes, or this character shouldn't have this kind of past. It doesn't really work. They might just be giving you an opinion, and it's important to take these opinions and reflect on them. As a creative writer, it's important to be open-minded and to constantly be questioning things, and thinking about your writing and thinking, okay, does this really work here, and does this work here? Tip number 7 is to believe in yourself. And when I say believe in yourself, I mean truly, even in those moments when you feel like my writing has become poor, or I didn't deliver my best piece today, or I haven't written in a while due to writer's block. That's okay. Trust me, every writer has gone through writer's block. I have gone through weeks, maybe months of not writing and not being able to write and get those words out. And that's okay. Maybe use that time to reflect and think about your plot, and just maybe do some research. But always remember that you can do this. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, our beloved messenger, was someone who couldn't read, or he couldn't write, and yet the first words that were the first commandment that was given to him by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was Iqra, read. And the Prophet ﷺ replied, but I cannot read. But yet the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ went on to reciting the entire Quran and teaching it to his people. How? Because he made the effort and he trusted Allah. And so these two things are important, and important for ingredients when it comes to the success of our writing. Tip number 8 is to make your talent shine. Have a greater purpose behind your writing. When it comes to writing, a lot of us write as because it's something we enjoy, because we are just we love creativity, and we love coming up with creative pieces, and that's absolutely fine. But when you attach a greater purpose to your writing, when you, for example, write because you want to spread the message of peace, Islam, in a creative way, or you want to write to help others, or you want to write to inspire, this will help you feel a sense of purpose toward when it comes to writing, and it will be a big motivator to continue writing even on those days you don't really feel like it. For me, I set myself a vision that I want to write to benefit other people, and that is my greater vision. And I have smaller kind of goals and visions that I want to achieve depending on what kind of stage I'm going through in life. For example, now I'm in the stage of motherhood, and so my writing is now more towards for mothers, and to help mothers, and to encourage mothers, and to reassure mothers, and to share my experience of motherhood in the hopes that others will benefit. So set a vision for yourself. Why do you write? And if you believe in your writing and you truly want it to reach many hearts, then how about making that intention for the sake of Allah and for the sake of benefiting humanity? Because whenever you write, you'll be performing an act of worship, and you'll be getting rewards for it. And so it's a win-win for your dunya and your akhirah. I hope these 8 tips have helped and are beneficial. And if they are, please do share. And if you have any feedback for me, or any advice for me, even as a fellow writer, or just someone who is a well-wisher, then please do drop me a message on my Instagram, which is at Madiyah Rana. Take care, and assalamu alaikum.